No, no, no. The minister is sleeping. You can't say that's not the point of all.
Josie,
are you condoning people sleeping now?
Josie,
This station rules the nation. Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
Oh, yes. A pleasant good morning. Welcome to the TBS, the True Breakfast Show, 96.1, live from Painesville, Duper Monrovia. Good morning, folks. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show. Let me say kudos to the guys in Saclipia, Lima County. Because of them carrying us live this morning, every morning. Those in Lima listen to us in Paso Lofa, in Bon County. This is the TBS. No matter what your Tuesday is, don't worry, because Friday is on its way. Good morning to the 15 counties in the land and breath of the Republic of Liberia. The love of liberty matters here. Let justice be done to all. Good morning, Nimba County. Good morning, Lofa. I'm calling the top 5 counties. The vote-rich counties, I'm greeting them this morning. Good morning, Monserrado. Good morning, Nimba. Good morning, Lofa. Good morning, Grand Bassa. Good morning, Mangibi. In terms of votes, I'm greeting you all this morning. And let's move on to say good morning to folks in Bon County and Grand Kidman County and Bombing and Bapolo, good morning. Grand Crew, Riverside, River G, Sino, Maryland, good morning. This is the breakfast show, man. In the midst of all country first. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Roberts. Ansu Sirleaf. On the Tuesday edition of the breakfast show. 2 familiar faces. Going back on the ballot paper. And so say good morning to my black president, the president of the Republic of Liberia, George Weah. And I say good morning to Ambassador Joseph Yuban Boyka. We are reached to a place right now. The 5.2 millions. At the end of the day, one will be called by president. On this note, I'd like to say good morning to all of you from district to county. Good morning. How you all doing this morning? Waking up this morning is by His grace. Indeed, we say God is the greatest. Good morning, folks. Good morning to all of you listening. Thanks to you so much, those of you on the internet. I mean, when your data is watching us every morning. Let me see if I can rub up some of them quickly. Then link up with my co-host this morning. Good morning, Smith. Slubber Smith. I'm following live from district number 3. Good morning. Gabriel Y. Williams. Gabriel, so good morning to you. Following from Nizo. Today's my birthday. Gabriel, happy birthday. He's a big fan of the Breakfast Show. Melvin Fidesco Tia says from the hometown of J. Manwanukwe. Yes, good morning to the People's Senator. Eman Hammer, yes, Cox City, regular guy, always on the social media, very in the True Breakfast Show. Dr. Thomas W. Wheeler Jr., good morning from Bonning County. It should be Bon County, District 5. Yes, good morning to you. Sheikh Red, watching from Johnsonville. As we make mention of your name, just give us a share, on the social media. Hillary Austin Juar, monitoring from Liberia Agricultural Company. Where is this area located? Well, good morning to you. Kato Floman Kata is a regular guy, always on the Facebook monitoring us. Good morning to you, Kato, from district number 6. Morris Buffy II. He says, I'm following from the office of the disappointed. What? Okay. Morris Buffy II. Good morning to you. Yeah. Lawrence Joel from Kakata. Hey, the Cox City guys. Fidel Kule says, good morning. For Nimba Ganta. Oni, where are you coming to Nimba County? Well, I say Ansu, Kiki. I just laugh. Kiki. Christopher George, Christopher Rare. From happy birthday to Senator Mama. Oh, the Senator birthday. Okay, James Emmanuel Nukwe. Good morning to you. Yes, happy birthday to you, the People's Senator of Mangibi County. Yes, I like to see it. So Christopher Rare, George Christopher Rare the second.
Okay.
And Emmanuel Nukwe team don't see eye to eye.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but mind you,
Yeah.
Senator Nukwe is giving his support for George Weah re-election.
Okay.
And Christopher Rare, Boss Ben, supports George Weah. So you see now, for now it's cool. Yes, good morning to you. Derek, what did you understand that? Yes, Justin Brown, good morning. And yeah, he said good morning on you and Ansu. What's up to RCR ball passer? Yes, Chuju Pop, good morning. Says thanks so much. I'm following from Great Kidman County. The Mendy, Bua, BAE, Kagwama. Yes, good morning to the Mendy, the VAR. Yeah, the Dane in Great Kidman. Good morning. Thomas Bobo Momolu. Following from Rehab. Elijah Colley, I'm going to do 3 more. Elijah Colley says, watching from Valtown, the Bourgeois Island. Thank you so much. Morris Flourish Ashili. He says, good morning, TBS. Thank you so much, Morris. Alpha Valley Balite of Grand Bassar. He says, I'm live in Buchanan. Yes, thank you so much for the breakfast show. Austin BN, good morning from the CDC Victory Ground. Where is this Victory Ground? Yes, Dunfield Fale Yugbo says, from Foya. I'm watching from Foya, Lofa County. Thank you so much. Charles Dunbar, good morning. I'm going with 3 more. Yeah, so let's do 3 more. Yeah, then we'll move on. And he said that roll call. Ambassador David Oren, good morning to you. Michael Johnson, and the rest of you, man, just give us a share. Respect, much respect. Thank you so much. Yes, good morning to you. Ansu Sirleaf, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Thank you, O'Neill. And let's say again, good morning. Welcome to the TBS this morning. I know that you are preparing for work, preparing for school. Indeed, waiting for us to serve you breakfast this morning. Now the Tuesday edition, as I said, is promising to be very, very, interesting for you. And we're gonna rise straight up to 10 o'clock.
Okay, great. So Todd Brown is listening live in Ganta. Yes, Todd Brown. Good morning to you. Todd Stephen Brown. So I'm monitoring live at radio in Nimba County.
And the folks too there are the three different bullocks.
Yes.
Yeah, Sierra Leone, Africa, and Guinea.
Yes.
You guys are always on our back, monitoring the breakfast show. Say good morning to you guys.
Okay. Yes, this is the breakfast show. Today is Tuesday. It happens to be the 24th, the day when the National Elections Commission we have a press briefing. Well, we'll be closing up the final tallying, announcements of results to complete it with 100%. So NEC will definitely come out on today at 4:30. But notwithstanding, there are some other hearing cases still going on at the Elections Commission at 11 o'clock this morning. To make mention, Maryland County District Number 2. I'm hearing, I've gotten the information. There's a hearing issue there. The legal team of Dr. Buffer Chimers, about a leak audio involving one of the electoral supervisor from that part of Maryland. Yes, so that hearing is also going. Then in District Number 4, Nima County, the incumbent Gobble Cargon is calling for a recount of the ballot paper. Yes, recount of the ballot paper. Yes. But let's give you the lineup this morning right here on the TBS this morning. Tuesday morning, shortly we'll have our health tape with David Coty. David Coty will fill us in for 5 minutes on our health tape this morning. Then for our talking point, we'll talk about the University of Liberia recent entrance results. I'm seeing that most students, those who have passed one and failed one, because, mind you, the University of Liberia, they have this tender. Yes. So the students are saying, well, we have passed one. Let the University of Liberia at least grant us a probation. Okay. And we're going to do this one course here for the whole semester. So we'll speak to the issue of the U.S. just ended close to 12,000 students sat the just recent University of Liberia entrance. And I have the whole detail, the criteria for the benchmark of the passing. How do you pass in? What level you should score for mathematics and that of English. Okay. Yeah, so we'll talk about the UL entrance results. Then we all know that the Congress for Democratic Change, the CDC, and that of the Unity Party will still anticipate a date that will be announced by Elections Commission.
An official date.
Official date, yes, I like how you put it. The official date. So when Liberia will go back to the ballot box to go and elect our president. This time around, it's not representative, not senator, but just for, the presidency. But meanwhile, there are still other hearing cases still going on with NEC. All right. So we speak about factors to be considered in this runoff. The importance of representative and senatorial candidate influence. They still do have a huge influence in this runoff. Yes. Key individuals giving us support, some going to the CDC, some going to the Unity Party. We'll also speak to that. Then, at 8:30 this morning, like you say, people moving from one party to another party.
Negotiations going on now.
It's going on. And
Trump Fest taking place.
Yes. And please, let me just say this out.
Yeah.
If this person is going to support this other camp, it is the person right, that a democratic right. No need for you to insult, So I'm going to bring the folks from the calling themselves the ACOP Candidate Caucus. ACOP. You remember on yesterday, the Senate Board of ACOP, Lieutenant Kamara, and some executives in the political party have given a support to the Unity Party of Ambassador Joseph Boyka election bid.
That is the Senate Board
of the Unity Party.
And few executives of ACOP.
Yes. But those calling themselves ACOP Candidates Caucus, those who contested on ACOP ticket, the representative candidates, close to 15 representative candidates contesting on ACOP ticket. This includes representative and senatorial candidates. Well, they are saying there have been no decision as to who to support in the runoff. whether it's the CDC or the Unity Party. So appearing this morning, Ishmael Sharif, a candidate in District number 8, will be with us, and that of Kasumi Sila. They will sit with us this morning, right here from 8:30 until 9:50 on the first segment of the True Breakfast Show. 9:50 will bring you sports commercial into T-Man. Then 9:20 this morning, we'll go to Grand Judea County District number 2 Representative-elect Jacob Debbie. Jacob going to the election and say, wow, Jacob, this is your second time. Messi will win the district in Grand Judea.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and of course, his word came to pass. So Jacob Debbie will be our guest on the last segment of the Breakfast Show. Representative candidate elect of District 2, Grand Judea County. In the midst of all, country first.
Country first.
Yes. Let's take help tip with David Cote. It's 8 o'clock already. Yes, 8 o'clock. Yeah, let's take help tip with David Cote. He asked it whether he's on. So we'll have David Ernest Cote with our health tip this morning. It's very important to listen to health tips. Good morning, 5 minutes. David Cote, good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you and good morning to Ansu. All right, let me make something clear this morning. I am not a medical practitioner. I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a nurse. But I know most of these things because I've invited 15 medical doctors on my program at ELBC. Even at OKFM, I also have medical doctors coming there. So that's how I got to know some of these things here. All right, thank you. Today, we're talking again about bad breath. When we started this thing from the beginning, our first topic was on halitosis, which means bad breath or stink mouth. Now, there are 10 billion people in the world, like I said before. 80% of those 10 billion people have bad breath. It is not unique to you. If you're sitting there listening to me, you are not the only one. But you can do something about it. Now, the first thing you can do is to go to the hospital. I know about JSK, they have a very good dental department there. Go there and just say you came to check your mouth. They will check your teeth, and if there's a problem, like I told you the other day, one of the reasons why people got bad breath is that they have rotten teeth. That last teeth in the mouth is called a molar or wisdom teeth. That is the one that can have the problem. The front teeth are called the incisors. It's there to help you to smile and to speak well. But the one in the back is the one you used to chew. So when you go to the hospital, like I always do every 6 months, when you go to the dental department, they will check your teeth. If you have cavity or hole in there, they will clean it and fill it in. But if you don't do that, and you're sitting in your house every day, 365 days around the clock, you don't go to the hospital. You use your mouth to sing good songs, to eat good food, to talk, to speak, to make big speeches. But to go and check it, that is your problem. Go to the hospital 6 months, every 6 months, and check yourself. Now, if you don't check it, you have a problem. Another thing you need to do is to use what they call dental floss. Go to the supermarket today and ask for dental floss. It's good to use it every morning and every evening. It will clean in between the teeth where the toothbrush cannot go. And one more thing I want to say to you, do not use a toothbrush for more than 3 months. It's against the rule. Don't use one toothbrush for more than 3 months. After 3 months, it will wear out. That brush that you can use on your teeth, on your tongue, is called bristles. It can get worn out. You just keep using it, it will get worn out. So after 3 months, change it. Apart from that, do not share your toothbrush with your children. I hear some people say, hey, Musu, get a toothbrush with your brother now, you won't be brushing your teeth the whole day. A toothbrush is not supposed to be shared. Now, you should always brush your teeth for not less than 2 minutes. It's not a quick business. Another major problem when it comes to bad breath is the tongue, because of the bacteria that sits on the tongue. Always learn to brush your tongue properly. In fact, 90% of the problem in the mouth when it comes to bad breath comes from the tongue. You don't brush your tongue properly. Go to the supermarket today and ask for tongue cleaner. If you don't have a tongue cleaner, you can use a toothbrush. And now use a hard brush to brush your teeth. You can't do that. It can destroy the gum, and you will have gum disease or gum infection. And then you start to have bad smell from that too. So those of you who always like to buy the hard toothbrush, it is a bad advice. Don't do it. Use the soft one, it will still do the job. So using hard toothbrush is not good. Now, tomorrow we'll be talking about something called sinus or sinusitis. That is, the sinus. I will tell you more about that. That's another place where a bad breath can come from. If you are bad lucky to have sinusitis, that is sinus problem, sinus infection, then you got dirty tongue and your teeth rotting, my friend, you are in double trouble. You are in double trouble, which means the bad breath is coming from your nose, it's coming from your mouth. Both of them are double trouble for you. I will not call name here, but there's a fellow who told me one time they used to be working with one UN guy. Whenever they give that guy give them lift, when the window glasses are up, they will say, "Oh, my brother, it's too cold, man. Just put the glasses down." Everybody else will be talking there. By the time he opens his mouth, the whole car is polluted. So that thing is coming from both the mouth and the nose. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about sanitizer or sinus, what you can do about it. My last advice now is early detection is the first medicine to good health. Don't sit in your house 365 days around the clock. We're all going to the hospital one day to say you keep to check your whole system. I have done it 7 times. I know the people at Jamali are listening to me. The last place I ever went this year was Jamali to do a complete checkup of my whole system. Now I know that my kidneys are all okay, my liver okay. The problem I'm facing now is cholesterol, eating too much oil. And don't be like those big people who will leave from here and run to Ghana, India, and England, America. But when they get there, they don't come back the same way. They come back as cargo. The reason is very simple. Maybe you got diabetes. It has destroyed your heart. It has destroyed your kidney, your liver. And don't you know, I'm going to talk about diabetes one day. Diabetes can also make you blind. It's a serious illness. Now, if you don't check to know your problem, to start doing something about it, then when it becomes worse, you can't go to the hospital by yourself now. You should have gone by yourself, but this time you can't go by yourself because the entire system is destroyed. Kidney gone, liver gone, your heart got problem, then the diabetes is also spoiling your eye. So when they take you to India, it's for nothing. They will bring you back as cargo. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll talk about sinusitis.
Thank you. Yes, health tip with difficulty. Yeah, it's a beautiful one.
Always on time.
Yeah,
that's why you say I'm not a health practitioner.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, but I mean, he always hit the point. I must admit to that. But let's move on. Good morning again to all of you listening out to the Breakfast Show. Just a point of correction. Jacob Debbie, Grand Judah County is from District number 3 instead of District 2. Okay. Yeah, representative elect. But let's speak to the school matter first a little bit before we go on. Yeah, seeing the point as a neck when we get our pay. Great. So the University of Liberia, over the couple of weeks, administered an entrance. You know, the UL, the University of Liberia, is the national higher institution of learning. So in all cases, other universities, other institutions, people love to go, but the UL still remains a household brand. Now, today, everybody wants invitation to go attend the state-run University of Liberia.
Okay.
So the normal standards, we all knew that if you set the entrance, you pass one and you fail one, the foreign semester, you go for a probation. For the whole, so if you fail mathematics and you pass English, you go for mathematics for the whole, a cycle. But most of the students, the reason why I'm bringing this out, good morning to Dr. Sarola Nelson, the head of the University of Liberia. All right. I've been engaged for a couple of days now. I decided to bring this out to the public. There are students who have shown me in their reports. And in a huge number, they are saying, but the University of Liberia never make it clear to us that if you fail one and pass one, we are not going to allow you in this semester. meaning that you have to pass the English and that of the mathematics. And you know the normal standard for entrance all along. I bet you fail one and you pass one, you go for probation for the whole semester. So here is it. The university, I've been in communication with them back and forth. I mean, the UA relation, they have been very responsive. I must admit to that. All right. They said, well, they have informed the student. Then on the other hand, the student is saying, no, the UA didn't tell us, say, well, there was a new criteria. What is telling us that you are compared to pass. I mean, these two, the courses, the two subjects for the entrance.
For the entrance.
All right. So when I went through the portal, this was released on June of this year.
Okay.
Let's start off the graduate school. You know, the UA had the Louis Arthur Grading School of Law. They have the graduate school and that of the undergraduate. So for the standard of the for the graduate school, it's 50 in English, 50 in mathematics. So if you score less than this grades, you won't be admitted into the graduate school. That's the new standard. Then for undergraduates, this is where most of the concerns are coming. I want Saulo Nelson to listen, and probably if they'll buy into considering those who are passing one, let's see this. Let's see if this works out. Because I mean, in academics, you don't have people have to score the mark that is well deserved to go through. So for the undergraduates, the UL said they have this new mark where you have to score 50 in mathematics and 70 in English. So if you score 50 in math, and you score 70 in English, then you'll be admitted into for the new semester. But going back all along, most of the students, this is what they are saying, this is what they are justifying. They say, this is the UL we knew. When you pass one, you fail one, there is a probation for the whole semester. And Dr. Nelson, the reason why I'm bringing this out to you, I mean, Thomas, good morning to you. I mean, you have been doing extremely well, going back and forth, giving me information. But the students, bulk of them have passed in mathematics. They are scored even 72, but English, they fail with 65. Some have 68, even 69. So we want to ask the University of Liberia, what is it? Is it that the UL don't have more space to accommodate new students? Then I would say, why give the entrance? Why administer what? The entrance? Because if you justify to say, well, we are dropping this is not going to be part of this cycle. And all along, the UL, we all know that when you fail one, you pass one, you go probation for that subject you are failing. And that, I said to a group of the students, I said, no, this doesn't require protest.
I'm not taking that information or pass off.
Yes, so they're saying, well, the UL didn't make it clear to us that you have to pass 50 in math and 70 in English. So that I want to say good morning to you, Dr. Nelson. I mean, those students who are passing one, and so I asked some of them, I say, can you please share your portal with me? And some of them share me through WhatsApp. Some have scored 70 in math, some 75 in math, but they scored 68, 69 in English. Then the UL said unsuccessful. Then I say back to myself, the Lucian Tenenberg, you know, I'm a product of the University of Liberia. Why is it that thousands? That good morning to you, Dr. Nelson. I'm sure you're drinking some green tea this morning. People yearn to go to the University of Liberia with all of the Rickman roles. People spend, the number students saying that in the UL is to be 4 years, you know, to complete your whole academic thing. But sometimes people go for 6 years, 7 years. Yeah, there's still 8 years. 8 years.
8 years.
Still people are still patient and want to attend the state-run university. Good morning to the entire faculty and staff. Is there a way out? The students are saying this information didn't get down to us. And we all know that, I mean, to pass through University of Liberia, the entrance to go through is not something easy. It's not something easy. You know? But, and I look at it, I said, let me see the general marks. But I'm seeing there are more students who have passed in one of the most difficult subjects. So if the standard was to be upgraded, what am I saying? I mean, to put it in a new policy, It's a good thing. But the information should be sent across. So I asked the student, I said, so what is your argument? I said, well, we went with a mindset that if we pass one, we'll go on a probation for the entire semester and start the regular courses.
Just thinking of the same system, though.
The same system.
Yes,
they're thinking about the same system.
Yeah.
So that's the argument. That good morning to you. This is the argument. They say, well, the information will not send across in the majority. And the next thing I asked, I said, let me see your passing mark. Let me see the numbers you have scored in the entrance exam. Some of them they have passed in mathematics, and they have what? The feeling of the English, I want to say almost like some of the schools 65, 68, 69, but they are passing math. The UL. Good morning to the entire faculty. And I mean, no many people don't argue about, sometimes the UL come in the public for the right reason and the wrong reason and so forth. So again, I want to say good morning to you. You should be thinking, why is it people are still yelling to go to the University of Liberia? When protests get at UL, sometimes they close for some weeks and still when you give entrance, can you imagine 12,000 people that left from Kidmouth, from Bombay, from Grand Bassa, they want to attend the state-run university. And the new standard, to put in a new system, you should have a vigorous information cutting across. So when the man knows he's going to sit for his test, he should score this mark. So I saw what the US have been able to send me. The testing center.
Okay.
Yeah, I must say good kudos to you guys. They are extremely well. So you need to score 50 in mathematics and 70 in English. That's a new standard. Then there's concerned students that everyday people forming group.
Yeah.
They say the US didn't inform us of that. We thought that's the same old system is still going on. So again, that good morning to you. This is just before your decks. In education, people don't compromise. Yes, right. This is it. People went to the mindset where, well, if I manage to get one, but just look at the grading system there. How much mark they have scored. I mean, they are in a huge number. They are past mathematics, but at English, 68, 69. What's the possibility there? Will you have put them on probation, do one English they are fair or math they are fair for one whole semester? Anyway, yes.
So in short, we just say like an appeal to them, maybe in terms of revisiting that decision. They revisit and see, what are some consideration can be made. Like what you said, O'Neill, 68, 67, 69. Yeah, and just saying that.
And the person that passed one.
Yeah.
Yeah, passed one.
Not successful.
Yeah, not successful. You check the portal straight, the portal trade back to you. Say unsuccessful. That's what they can use. Unsuccessful.
There must be a reason.
But I still, I say, well, why is there student still wants to attend the UL? Why? So the UL is setting a new standard. Okay. So for the undergraduates, the graduate school, I'm not getting this kind of complaint coming up. The complaints are just from the undergrad students. Anyway, let's move on. Yesterday, B Mountains took journalists to Kintor to have a media tour. And I think this is something very important. When you have a public speculation on something, the people who write it, the people who talk about it, you carry them. So there was a media tour yesterday at Kintor. This information popped out said where people die in a mining era, and what the journalists who went, more than 25 journalists were taken out to Grand Kidman County. All right. The management have said it was an occupational accident that 3 persons were affected. And these 3 persons, 2 of them are Turkish national. The way they put it, like 3 persons, affected of this. They are all Liberians.
Yeah.
So journalists who went, they said no. The 3 persons, out of the 3, 2 were affected. They are Turkish and 1 Liberian. It's a sad thing. 1 person had died. Like the social media is running, said 15 persons passed off. But management have said this is an occupational accident. And 1 person is on a critical list. In the Kinjo area in Grand Kidman County. So that's the information there from
If many companies institution only were taking such decision or maybe a role in which when there's some information, maybe misinformation, and they want to get out to the public, get the media involved, take them to the area, let them go and see for themselves, and come back to what BM Martin did.
Yeah,
I think, and that's a very cool step. I know that they took, and that's why he said the information being across 15. Now just one person lost their life. So let's keep rolling. We're still waiting on the team.
Yes, they will be over at 8:30 this morning. But let's look at some factors to be considered in the runner. Let's say good morning to this is the part like Brentford was waiting for now. All I want the education part we're talking about those who pass the entrance, those who are unsuccessful and thing, they got interest in it. The big one they have interest in what we're about to talk.
Yeah, politics.
Look, I love this country. It's a very interesting country. All the one they talking, ain't see those who live on the Facebook.
Yeah.
They're concerned with raising up for education, Yeah, telling the US.
The comments are not rewarding for education.
Yeah, no. I see you talk about John Weir and Joseph Boyka, everybody ready. That's it. And that's the season for it. But meanwhile, that Nelson, that should be on your just try to review this.
Yeah.
That you are interested in business, Because what I'm hearing
now.
Yeah, what I'm hearing, they say, well, the US don't have space to accommodate students. Then then why they give the entrance? So your proof, those who are doubting this, wrong. So you are the University of Liberia is overcrowded. Then I said, but then why would the institution administer entrance? Anyway, so that good morning to you. Your students, when they're speaking to the student and say, my fellow students, my students, why is it people still yam to go to the University of Liberia? Let's go to the one that had the interest of the people now.
Okay.
The John Weir and Joseph Boyka.
Yeah. Run off.
That time they can take their cell phone and stick it to their ear and say, let's hear. So the National Elections Commission on today will have the regular press briefing.
After a break?
Yes. There are two folds. One at 11 o'clock this morning, there will be a hearing.
All right.
There are people who have issues with Elections Commission and they are taking it to the legal section. So next legal team will have some hearing matters. Takes, for example, in District 2, Maryland County. There's a leak audio which I'm seeing that was being filed to Elections Commission. Even in Nima County too, Gopu Kagorn is asking for a recount of the ballot paper. He said what is on the tally sheet is different from what is on the ballot paper. So he's asking for a recount. The margin is just 5 here in the MDR candidate. But let's move to the big one. I want to pull off to listen to this runoff thing. You have two parties. These two parties have been consistent very long time. Coming up as a little boy, 2005, the Congress for Democrats changed the CDC. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the Unity Party. These two parties have been going neck to neck. Sam Chancellor left the same with the MPP, above all else, the people, Ahaji GV Kroban, two of the ACOB and all of that. So in 2005, going up more, the two parties, before then used to get the Chewy Party, and the other political party, but now it's the CDC and why? The Unity Party. The CDC and the Unity Party. This journey started from 2000. This is not just an easy thing, yo. It takes you way back from 2005 until 2023. Now, here is it. There are factors to be considered in this runoff. And this goes to the two candidates. Good morning to you, George Weir, my black president. George is still the president. Yeah, good morning to you, my black president. And good morning to you, Ambassador Joseph Boyka. These are two leaders. You greet them with respect. Talk to them with respect. When you're for, I'm going to say who your personal feelings, those are you listening. You don't know it all. There are factors to be considered in this runoff. As we await the Elections Commission to tell Liberian people, this is the time you'll be going to vote. Elections Commission having said that, people are speculating whether it's going to be November 14. I'm predicting. I'm sorry. I'm doing my own calculation because it'll be 2-week campaign period. So I'm predicting November 14. Others are saying November 17. But what I can say to these two political parties, you know it all. You started from 2005, now into 2023. One person have been winning their friend. In 2005, It was the George Weah, Ellen Johnson, Sirleaf. Unity Party came on in 2005. In 2011, the same political party, the two parties again. This time around, George Weah didn't contest for the presidency. He went as the VSB to Winston Tubman. It's two parties again. Librarians, good morning. Good morning to the Silent Voters Association. The silent voters, these are people who don't part of political parties. They don't wear your party t-shirt.
You don't see them out there.
You don't go campaign.
Rally,
nothing. Good morning to the Silent Voters Association. You're your own association. Good morning. Some of you are in the security. Some of you are in the corporate world. The private, the public sectors. Good morning to all of you. The silent voter. These are the most dangerous voters.
Silent Voter Association.
The Silent Voter Association.
Okay.
If they go to now, could point in association, but I can't point in there. The Silent Voter Association. These are factors. And further on, after I've gotten through a political party, you're engaged in this strategy. I mean, you won't see your way out in this runoff. So in 2011, what George said, well, in 2005, I have tried. And Liberian people say, well, this is not your time. He said, well, I accepted the result. That's why he said in 2005.
Yeah.
Let's get Winston Tubman, a man who have worked with the UN, who have lots of experience, did not to go ahead of me. Yet and still, that didn't work. That was in 2011. 6 years later, that time CDC was in the wilderness. Like John the Baptist preaching in the wilderness. That voice in the wilderness. Huh? Yeah. Then in 2017 now, George looked left, George looked back, left, right, and said, well, I'll hit for the big one. To go against a political party. Respect to the Unity Party. Those of you listening, keep your personal feelings. I won't do in telephone line. With torso. You work on it, you win the election. You work on it, you will not win the election. The way Liberian people will vote, the high will go. This country, look, the people will be shocked in the election results that will come out for the second round. Nobody get vote keeping in one basket. None of you. You don't have a vote keeping in a basket waiting. So on election day, you can't open that basket. So in 2017, Liberians said, well, let's give this man a change. That's how money came to the presidency. Again, the two political parties before then, they went into a runoff. The St. George Weah and Ambassador Joseph Boyka. And then these two names have become a brand now. In 2029, we'll be looking at Joel name, when he stayed for long. The name have effect in election matters. If you're not popular, you want to contest, you spend some money, and the people say, yeah, have you heard about this name? But name itself is a brand. If I show you a Naxan, no one used to tell you, say, this is a Naxan. You already know that it's a real brand. So the two names now, George Weah and Boyka, now, Liberians now watching. And I was talking to the two political parties. You ain't play your card well. One of you will win it. One of you will lose it. And the interests of the Liberian people will be accepted. Here is it. There are factors to be considered in this runoff. There are representative candidates, and there is no secret about it. The Elections Commission himself couldn't control this. Track people from various locations to another location. And guess what? Some of these very representative candidates, senatorial candidates, have lost the elections. Are you listening? Hello? You say hi. Yeah. Some of them have lost the elections. And guess what? They are not going to those who are tracked to go back to vote. Let's take, for example, you must rather, and you have been trucked all the way to Grand Bassa. You have been trucked to Grand Kidman. To Sino. And the candidate haven't lost the election. Who is going back to bring these people? I see earlier finish saying, yeah, we finish when you win nothing, These are factors to be considered. And if you don't do so, the turnout of the vote will be very low. And as a media, will remind you, will tell you, say, we brought this to your attention. XYZ took people from one location to another, and these people have lost the election. Even if they are won, they are not going back to these people to go make them to vote for the presidency. And this is a very, very serious factor to be considered. These representative candidates from district to county level, senatorial. People are seen on buses going from one location to another. And the two political parties, good morning to you, George Weah. Good morning, Joseph Boyka. I see you're not been negotiating with political parties, but if you don't consider this with one of the major factors in this election, the turnout will be very low. Watch it. We'll watch and see. That is just factor number one.
There are some people who are very close to the place they call domain. Indeed, they were short for them over here as far as like a Kidman. And they say, Ansu, this second round, if there will be a second round announced now, officially announced by next. I don't know how I'm going to go back to Kidman.
We'll go carry it.
Yeah.
The man losing the election. He didn't come out for you and carry you.
To vote for the man lost. So we need to start getting connected to some of you guys who know some of the people there to tell them. Okay. I said this is the situation we find ourselves in now.
Yes. So Ishmael Sherry already in studio. We'll get to him in 5-6 minutes from now from ACOP. So this is one of the major factors in this runoff. And so you're not being negotiating for the other person to come on board, to the other come on board. But this is one of the major factors. And this cut across the 15 counties. Do not expect Elections Commission that 2,670,419 voters. That number will decrease. If this is not taken into serious consideration.
And you have
those
to
who are
out to the people.
Oh yeah, man.
Not just meeting those that you are negotiating with. Make sure that message cut across. Reach all the way down.
Go back to the candidate.
Yeah.
Candidate John Brown, candidate Ansu Sirleaf. You contested in Kidmount. Okay, in District 1 Kidmount. My man, you have lost the election. But what those you brought from Monster rather, and you took them to Kidmount, where are they? He knows them. The person know them. You don't take it into consideration. That's why this election result will shock plenty of people. That is just one. I mean, we'll take 3 minutes and link up with our guest shortly. Key individuals giving us support is another key one. I mean, there are some political parties. There are some big names you can't erase it, elect you or not. There are some, the ones say George Weah and Joseph Boyka. I mean, their name, their brand. Like, let's look at Bon County, for example, right? You see Mema Briggs. That's a brand there on her one, right?
Yeah.
You see Johnny Bay. That's another brand there on this one. Musa Ability. I mean, this is one of the most consistent politicians I've ever seen. Musa Ability. There's another big brand there by itself. Bernard Blue Benson. DJ Blue. Even liability. All of the candidates in this election are the political party. They think I'm reaching the political party here. You didn't hear going to tell people say, you're doing it for the publicity's sake. Yeah. I'm the head of the Silent Voter Association. Will get our support to you. On the election day, are you going to vote for everybody? That won't anyway. Yes, but Ishmael Sherry is here already from ACOP. I mean, tomorrow we'll continue on part 2 of this. This is the breakfast show. In the midst of all, we'll say country first, the person will win the election. These are things you take into serious consideration if you're not reaching out. This is not about percentage now. The highest number, the higher all win. The highest odd. The highest odd that will count for any county that the higher all looking for now in the second round. Yes. So let's look at link up with Ishmael. He's from ACOP. He contested on ACOP ticket. I'm going to take this short brief out and see if we can get him on camera right here on the breakfast show 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia, Truth FM. Yes, 96.1. I said I want to poke and enjoy that, the quality part of it. Yes. So this other interview, I mean, people say, yeah, we let the yellow one more there. They took it academic, but it's so interesting. So let's take this break. We'll come back. We'll link up with our guests from ACOP. He contested on the party's ticket. I'm seeing they have signed in a resolution here that involving more than 10 to 15 candidates who have said, well, as a we side, they're going to decide to link on in the second round.
Probably no.
Even in District 3, Mark Timber said his candidate, Patrick Kumuya, got, despite he lost the election to Sumo Mobile, but he got 6,997 votes in District 3. Nobody talking with him. And people still asking, say, my man, what's up? You're like, bring way now.
Yeah.
What's the way forward? Where are we heading?
That's a good number.
Where are we heading?
That's
the factors to be considered. The factors be considered. You're playing on the look, the Facebook is just 2%. You like it, you can comment, or you post, you get 100,000 comments and view. The reality on the ground is a different thing.
It's different though.
Yes. As I'm speaking, those in Padala, in Salala, in Gompa, in Saclepie, in Ban, in Ganta, in Grand Kidman, in Bapulu, the forest of Bapulu, in Sino, they're Liberians who listening to the radio. These people don't have access to the internet. I see most party, you're focused on the social media. Get 100,000 views and comments. Come on the ground. The reality is a different thing. Yes. Great. I haven't seen Ishmael for a very long time. It's great to be back with him on the microphone. Ishmael Sharif from Akop is live with us this morning. Good morning to you, Ishmael. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Roberts.
How are you doing this morning? Haven't seen you for a very long time.
Yeah, brother, we've been quiet in our little corner.
Okay. Yes. So, Harris District number 8 just contested in as a representative candidate in the district.
Well, the district is peaceful, and the guys are up to the task. And I can assure you, people from the district are very pleased, and we hailed them for the decision they made. We used the opportunity to appreciate them for a job well done.
This was a second time contesting as a representative candidate district.
Sure, second time.
I mean, just in the process, you have people campaigning with you. This is a radio personality now, turning a politician, Ishmael Sharif, all along contested 2 times in the district.
Well, there's a need to understand that politics, especially in Liberia, it has to do with season. It's seasonal. Now, when a particular individual is up to the task for that season, when he's being seen as the person, the brand of the season, rest assured that his followers will be seen the same way. So, I mean, it just play all around, evidenced by some of the guys elected across the country. You can see that wherein they favor you so much. Indeed, everybody that went on your ticket, places, rest assured those people will be able to cross over. And that's what play. So it does not in any way suggest that, I mean, you who was elected was so popular than other people. But in some cases, it just proved that indeed the ticket you ran on or the person who served as your standard bearer was favored in that particular locality. So, I mean, they took you over other people.
Process, Ishmael.
Trust me, I see no reason to be disappointed. The Liberian people decided, right? The people of District 8 and Liberia, people decided, and as such, I mean, we respect their views. So there is nothing like disappointment in that. Senatora.
Good morning. Thank you. Lorenzo P. Kokwai, the senatorial candidate for Akko from Nima County. Oh, the process was huge. it was intensive, and with all campaigns and elections, it's a lot going on, lots of engagement. But it was a very good process to engage the people and know their names, get to interact with them to see what's going on and how we can work with them. But it was great, it was challenging, but we went through the process and the people listened to us, and we think we have another options to move forward.
So let's go to business. Upon the main reason you guys have sent an invitation to come here, let's hear about this caucus, the Akko Canada caucus. I'm just hearing this. Ishmael, care to speak on this? Yes, Akko Canada caucus. What is it?
Well, candidates that ran on a party ticket, they go on election, the first round, and we thought to stick together, and we've been having series of meetings. But then, yeah, under pressure from our various constituencies. Guys want to know exactly what's going on, where are we going, what's the next move, the direction we can give them, because trust me, there are people in our constituencies that believe in us and they see us as the way forward. So they kept asking as to which way we're going. So asking for direction, indeed, we are meeting, we are brainstorming, and whatever decision going to be made, it will be in the best interest of our constituencies. But as of now, we haven't reached a conclusion yet as to which way to go. So we want to make this very clear on the radio that indeed the candidate caucus haven't decided on which way to go. We may looking through the cloud to see how best we can speak to the parties involved to know exactly what will be good for our constituencies before we can make a decision.
Okay, so if you're saying this, then I'm a little bit confused in sense that you're represented on contested on the party ticket, ACO. Well, yesterday it was no secret that in fact, how's the party? In fact, before I go to my next question, how is ACO? How is your standard bearer?
Well, I think the party is fine. ACO is good, and it's cool there. The center bearer is doing fine.
Okay, you have a regular conversation with Lorenzo. You speak to your standard bearer, your SB, your VSB. Are they all okay? The party-wise decision, are you in the doing of everything?
Well, I mean, this should be for public records. Ishmael said we have candidates. ACO have candidates across 10 counties. We have talking about 32 candidates. So more than 20 of the candidates who are, the majority in the caucus of the candidates at the time of speaking, we are now have word from the party executive. And we, the candidates, we were on the ballot. We interacted with the people. We engage the people. They are listening to us. We have big constituencies. Even those who did not vote for us, they still listen to us. So we have that influence across the country, across the country. And so they are listening to us to see which direction do we go. We're talking about over 100,000.
Are you speaking for as an individual, Lorenzo, as a senatorial candidate of Akko Ishmael Sharif, as a representative candidate, or are you speaking on behalf of the party? Because what are you saying? I'm a bit confused because your standard bearer, Lucini Kamara, is no secret that, well, he said, I'm not giving him support with the United Party.
As we speak, as I stated earlier, we are talking about over 20 candidates that run on party ticket that have vast, constituency across the country. This is not one location. So we are speaking as the ACO Candidates Caucus. From the time we were on the party ticket, we were having engagements among ourselves, sharing notes, having some technical experiences sharing. And we've been doing that up to the end of the campaign. So we still hold together, and we think the interests of our constituencies very, very important to us. And we are speaking as the ACO Candidate Caucus.
So, Lorenzo, Ishmael, I'm a little bit confused. So, you have ACO, but you have the caucus. Now, I mean these are two different institutions now. ACO, the caucus, Alcohol, your head have said, well, I gave you my support this, then the caucus is here another thing. Am I right?
Well, just to speak to that, it's good to understand that the the party in itself is holistic, and then we are segment of the party. But then our own branch happens to be the branch that went to the people. We deal with the people in our various constituencies as the candidates. Now, one thing to understand is this: we have been trying on numerous occasions to see if we could seek the audience of the party executives to address some burning issues, but then they haven't been settled. And as such, we don't know what's going on. So whatever decision is being made by the party executive, I mean, they are speaking, from the executive level. But as candidates caucus, right? We as candidates, in subsequent time, in the soonest possible time, will be making known as to which direction will be taken.
Okay, so there is it. The decision by your SB, I mean, Lucini Kamara, you guys were not consulted on the roundtable. Well, this is where ACO is heading. Are you saying so?
No, we're never consulted. We're never consulted, and this is the reason why we are sitting here. If any decision has been made, because we don't even know if decision is being made or not. So if decision has been taken, then rest assured that we're never consulted and we are not in it.
How is your party structure? The higher decision body making it should be the executive committee. How is that decision taken? With just the standard bearer, or I mean, what is happening within ACO?
Well, trust me, this is why we are here to tell our people in our various constituencies that indeed decisions will be made by us. And as we speak, there are consultations going on. The candidates are meeting, deciding as to which way to go. And trust me, in the soonest possible time, we'll be reaching a conclusion. And this has to do with no hard feelings. Trust me, we got no hard feelings against anybody in the party. We see the party as our party, and we stand by that. We live with that. But then, trust me, we are men that ran in the various constituencies. We decided for ourselves when we decided to run in those districts.
They could be expelled from the party. Lorenzo Ishmael and just tender bearer have come out publicly and said, well, I'm going this way now. The ACO caucus now is saying different things. So let me just read all those who have affixed their signature to this caucus. You have Amos D. Babu, senatorial candidate, Bon County. Abu Bakar Bar, district number 7. Honorable Joseph Williamson, district 15. Honorable Ralph Kenning, district 3. Honorable Marty Williams, Bon County, district 5. Maurice Sila Yan, Grand Kidman County, is a senatorial candidate. Honorable Ansu V. Cornen, district 16. Honorable Richard G. Sumo, district 4. Honorable Marcos Benda, district 6, Bon County. Kasumu Sila, district 3, Bon County. Pero Kakula, district 17, Montserrado. Honorable Idrissa Kaba, senatorial candidate, Montserrado. J. Omesco Sensi Camon, district 2. That's also all of you people have said. I think let me just complete the list quickly. Honorable Samuka M. Conan, District 5. Honorable Musa M. B. Cannon, District 2. Musa L. Yeah. Honorable Eric Upa Duo, River G. That's River Says, District 2. Honorable Joy C. G. Cisco, District 1. Honorable Vanin Somewhere, District 2. And that of Ishman Sharif, District 8, and Lorenzo P. Kukwe, Nima County senatorial candidate. Look, this is a big thing. I mean, it's a big thing. You got all of how come? So that's why I'm saying I'm a little bit confused. What is happening within the party? Can any of you say this out?
The issue you just touched on, you said we could be expelled. Expelled for what? For democracy?
because I don't think you can
Was it the decision of the executive committee, the higher decision body in a political party?
Let's get something
Mhm,
straight
mhm,
first.
mhm.
You can't expel a man for his democratic, decision. Where we practice democracy from, you see the Republican and the Democrat, right? Colin Powell supported Barack Obama when he was a Republican. So that does not in any way suggest that he is not a Republican. So we are saying that indeed decision made by the executive committee, if decision has been made, because in the first place we are not even in the know as to whether decision has been made or not. So if decision has been made, we are not in the know. And if at all that decision is made, then rest assured that we will be coming up to talk to our constituencies to tell them exactly which direction we will be going in subsequent time.
Lorenzo, going back to this, after the election, Ishmael, Lorenzo, Amos, the rest of you guys on signing this document, the ACO caucus, were you that called by the party and say, like, let's have a round table? I'm hearing that some other political parties are doing so, and we decide which way to go.
And that's why this conversation is very good. As of this time of speaking, that's why you see in the document we said we have made no decision as to which party we are going to support in the runoff. Because as of this time of speaking, we have had no discussion with the party executive, or the party at whatever level. We have had no consultation whatsoever. This is for the record. If we had had that today, we are going to tell you, yes, we had a conversation, but we had disagreement on this or that. But we have had no conversation, no consultation whatsoever. As of this time of speaking, the party have not called us as candidates and said, hey guys, what's going on? Where are we? And remember, we have big constituencies across the country. This is not just a backyard candidates. We ran in some of the major political countries in this country. We have big constituencies across the districts in this country. So none of that will happen. Our platform, our agenda to move this country forward still in place. How do we ensure that these things are implemented with the next government? But we had no conversations, we had nobody to talk to. How do I go back to my people and say, hey, this is what's going to happen in the next government? How do we address these needs, the massive needs of the Liberian people? We need to work with a government that will ensure that these platforms are addressed. These opportunities our people don't have must be addressed. But how does that happen? We need consultations. And so as of this time, we have ongoing consultations with both parties. And in the soonest possible time, our people, the people of Liberia, interest will be served first.
Maybe you can learn the same way. You can learn the same way your standard bearer, Lieutenant Kamara, have gone already, since you're still having that roundtable discussion.
That's what we said. We're still having a conversation. The party Agro have not come to us. It is our party. We're going to live with the party. But as of this time, we have had no consultations with the party candidates.
You are contested on the party's ticket, Ishmael Sharif, Lorenzo. What are your people saying to that? You were more connected campaigning with those who saw, well, I should vote Ishmael in District 8, I should vote Lorenzo in Nima County. I mean, what are they saying to you? What are people saying? Well,
Trust me, the biggest question has been where are we going? So what's the next plan? What's the alternative? Those are the questions coming from the various corner. Now we can't answer those questions because we've been waiting to hear from our party executives. Efforts has been made, and to be able to meet and set up some of these things, then we can know our direction. But to no avail. So we cannot be sitting and looking at it. I mean, just sitting alone and you telling us today that indeed decision has been made by the party, it speaks volume. And we here as candidates, we don't even know that decision has been made. It speaks volume. It speaks volume. So to tell you that indeed our people in the various in our constituencies, in the various counties, the districts where we ran are behind us, they wanting to know where we're going. And so the direction will be made in the soonest possible time. As we speak, I can tell you That's serious consultation on the way. Since in fact you can talk to us, we can talk to other people.
Would there be a serious division within the ACOP in terms of you're still a borough? I've gone to the Unity Party, then the entire caucus of all of the candidates gone to the CDC.
That has been divisive. I see it as, people
I'm just predicting something. Yeah.
that has been divisive. I see it as people being democratic and wanting to take their path. Since in fact, I mean, they got no direction, and nobody talking to them. They want to be democratic to take their path. They choose their path. That's it.
And just to clarify, we have not made a decision to go to a CDC, neither to say, oh, we're going to be against the party. But as soon as we make that decision, whether it's the CDC or the Unity Party, we'll make it known to the press, we'll make it known to our.
Yeah, but your Senate Bureau have already appeared publicly now. So now it appears that ACO is going to come in the media for the wrong reasons. What does the executive committee say? I'm back to the executive committee. That is the highest decision making body within any structure. Was the EC in accordance? Did it brought you out to the round table and say, well, this is the decision of the party, the standard bearer, the vice standard bearer. This is how we're leaning in the second round.
We haven't been consulted. Since election, there hasn't been any consultation. So we are even shocked that indeed decisions has been made. There hasn't been any consultation. So indeed, let's agree in every institution, right? The highest decision-making body will be the executive committee. But we haven't been consulted as candidates that ran in this gone election, the first round. So what do we say to our people? In fact, we will look like children in our constituencies. You there, you don't even know what's going on, your people behind you, and you don't even know what to say to them. Things catch you by surprise. And so
And since
indeed,
then,
we are not against decision made by.
We are saying that by 65 this state, we haven't gone anywhere with decision making. We will come out in the soonest possible time with our own decision as to where we're going.
and since then, have you guys, in terms of the leadership of the caucus, managing in terms of reaching out to the chairman to find out we're getting such information? This comes from the executive committee that the standard bearer has come up, opening the intent of supporting the United Party, and for you guys now, the caucus leadership to communicate with for the chairman or any of our executive committee member.
Trust me, series of
Attempts have been made, but it has been thwarted. Like the day before yesterday, right? There was a pending meeting at the HQ. We went and sat over there, and to no avail. To no avail. The meeting wasn't held. So trust me. Where do we start from? Should we keep going and sitting over? This is a political process. I spent 29 years in the media from 1993. 29 years, right? Now, knowing that, every media practitioner is a politician. Journalism is a mixture of political science and law. So let's just understand that. Spending 5 years in journalism and you don't know politics, you don't know law, then I want to know. You have a bit of an idea. And so we can be sitting in the cloud, and just in the cool and with no word from anywhere. And we got to hope that indeed something is happening for us. So the people in our constituencies that repose confidence in us, how do they see us? Well, we can give them direction. How do they see us?
It's not a round table, round without, because again, I'm saying the party will continue to pop up as one of the political parties will be like a zero division will go in ACOP. All of you have your various constituency in across the country. You supporting this way. In the majority, all of the candidates who contested have a direct link with the people supporting this way, and your standard bearer. There's a way out. There is a way out. Maybe the standard bearer could realize, well, I have made decision on my own. I probably have heard. I should have consulted those who contested on my party tickets. They gave me numbers, in fact. So if you get number coming from District 8, Nima County for ACOP and thing, You are the guys who are campaigning here and there. You should vote me and vote my senator, or vote me, vote my party. But I made a decision on my own. There's a roundtable.
Well, this is why we are here. This is why we are here. We are here to tell you that we haven't reached a conclusion. So decisions can be made by us in the soonest possible time based on consultation. So wherever the consultation will come from, we are open to discussion, be it our party or the two parties that are in a race. Rest assured that we will be coming up in the soonest possible time with our own direction.
Have you been called as an individual, Lorenzo? You from Nima County? And the last time I checked, that Akko got some good votes coming from Nimba. We listen up to the radio when you hear George Weah, Joseph Boyka, Tewon Gongolo, you hear Lucini Kamara. I mean, you were campaigning, you're making a case for your party. Is there a way out? I'm still asking this one because Akko now, the decision you'll make, trust me, the hurricane, the stand-up bureau have gone already to the Unity Party. Well, in days to come, like Ishmael have said, officially released. Well, the caucus, the ACO caucus, have given our support to the CDC now. Then there'll be like a big division within the party.
Well, from the day of campaigning, we campaigned both for our candidacy and the presidency for Businikama. The records are there. All my banners, flyers, everything across the country, that's what it was. It's similar thing for all candidates across the country. We were across 10 counties. So what we are speaking as the candidates who had direct contacts with the people. We are not speaking for the executive committee of ACO. We are not speaking for the party. We are speaking as the candidates. And we were on a ballot. We talked to people. We are talking about people over 100,000 voters. So what we are saying here is based on our own discussions within the candidacies. So our doors are open for discussion. The only unfortunate thing is, as you are repeatedly saying, oh, how did ACO executive make a decision? You're not aware of. The records are there. There is no minutes that will show that we were part of any discussion making the decision. In fact, it is this morning I'm hearing from you on the radio that ACO have made a decision to go to the Unity Party.
I mean, the public go on the social media. So the social media is one era.
This morning, the ACO made a decision to go to the Unity Party. We had a press statement yesterday, which you have a copy, that as of that time of yesterday, we had no decision at candidates. And we are here to make it clear on the record as of this time we had no candidates.
Is it the executive committee? I'm back to this. I mean, similar faction within the Liberty Party at some point in time. The higher decision body making of a political party is the executive committee. Any of you members of the executive committee, all of the candidates, the 15, those of you who have fixed your signature to this ACO caucus?
Well, it's good to understand that we are not members of the executive committee. There are other guys who may be members of the executive committee, but not as candidates. Now, this is why we came to make it very clear. We are not speaking for ACO. We are not speaking for the executive committee. We are speaking for the candidates caucus, the union of candidates that ran on ACO ticket. So, being the official spokesman for the candidate caucus, we are here to tell our people in the various constituencies that indeed we will make a decision. We have not made any decision, so our people should rest assured that in the soonest possible time we'll be coming to them.
Imagine Alfonso Tue carrying his headline on the New Republic newspaper. ACO caucus support the Congress for Democratic Change. I'm just saying this. Then another headline says the Senate Bureau from ACO supports the Unity Party. Yes, I reconcile the two. And there is a possibility, somewhere, somehow, you give your support to one of the candidates, the two candidates.
I think that's the beauty of democracy. That's the beauty of democracy. In my district 8, I gave somebody scholarship to obtain master's degree, and they ran against me.
In your district? District 8?
I sponsored somebody to obtain master's degree, and they ran against me. So, I mean, that's the beauty of democracy. That's democracy. We just got to accept it that way. And this is why when we're doing things, we should be able to do them and completely.
Have you received any call from the party and said, well, Ishmael, Lorenzo, Amos Babu, the rest of you guys, back up from this. This is the decision of your standard bearer. The decision of the party is above all. Have you received some information?
Well, nothing like that, nothing of such. And I think reason being we've been seen as being insignificant to the process, and so placing calls to us is not important. That's how I see it because up till now there hasn't been a single call placed. And trust me, we are going ahead with our negotiations, and in the soonest time we will be done with this whole thing.
How do you intend to do this quickly? Going back to your people, going just everywhere and say, well, this is our decision as caucus. How do you intend to do it? Because they will say to you, well, we have seen the standard bearer already publicly with the Unity Party, and you going back to that. How you intend doing this?
Well, trust me, in our various constituencies, we are connected to our people. And trust me, the people talking to us. So we will go back to our various constituencies and hear from them. We got point men, we got able lieutenants in the various constituencies. So all we need to do is to send signal, telling them, say, gentlemen, yeah, this is it. Ladies, this is what's going on. What do we do? And that could be, just a day thing. We could come up with a decision that will suit our people.
What would be
Yeah, maybe the caucus can just receive a call from the same party. Your standard bureau have given support for the Unity Party and say, well, Ako Caucus, it's a good brand name, Ako Caucus. We need an audience. Well, this can happen. Please respect the decision of the standard bureau. What are your issues? Let's listen to you. Open up for listening.
That's what we said. We are not big or bigger than discussions. We are not bigger than any discussion. We are open. We are prepared. We are waiting. Whoever call us to the table, rest assured that we'll be willing to sit around the table to discuss. But we can't be left like this, not knowing anything that's going on and knowing that we campaign in our various constituencies. We campaign vigorously too. So we can be left out like this. With no consultation, nothing. We don't even know what's going on. And our people asking us, that's the worst of all. We don't even know what to say to them.
Okay.
Yeah. What would be you guys a position in case the caucus the executive committee will come back to you guys? The decision has been made already to support the Unity Party standard bearer. Now they are coming back to the caucus to get back to you people because after this interview, the information definitely going to correct us.
Yes.
What will be your position?
Well, if the party should call us to the table,
Yeah.
Trust me, we are not bigger than sitting with the party to discuss. That's what I said.
I may receive a call for the coalition for Democratic change. Maybe someone will be in the CDC, someone is listening to a critical tingle will say, well, we could take advantage of this since the top north within the ACO have overlooked all of these candidates, those who have campaigned vigorously everywhere. Let's take opportunity. Let's take advantage. Let's listen to them because these are the foot soldiers. You guys who are campaigning everywhere, then I think they had an issue. Let's listen to them.
Trust me, as we speak right now, we are in consultation with all of the parties.
Okay.
We are in consultation with all of the parties and we hold all factor constant. We are talking to our people, and in the soonest time, we'll be making the right decision for our people.
All right. Great. We'll be making a decision for our people. So, they have issued an immediate press release sent out on yesterday, October 23rd. And I'm sure the hurricanes of ACOP, yes, I will definitely follow up on this matter. Even if they don't be engaged, then I know, there's going to be a serious split within and in ACOP for the time being. All right. Coming up publicly, and the caucus, the ACO caucus, those who contested on the party ticket, if officials within ACO,
Mm.
don't reach out to them, then of course. Great, folks. Let's see if we can take part in comments. We'll decide to do away from the public, and we'll keep our own team within us here. Let's start out with Ishmael Sharif. Yes, let's hear you as you close up.
Okay, O'Neill, thanks ever so much for inviting us here. But just before I leave, let me say this to my constituents in Liberia at large. The election is still ongoing, but trust me, there are fears all over. And we've been through this before. This time around, we want the election to be very peaceful. Whatever the result may be, let us be very civil enough to, walk through it and, let peace prevail. Thank you very much. And ACO candidate will be coming up very soon with their position statement as to which direction they will be taking.
Good.
Haven't taken one yet. Thank you.
Okay, I'll definitely follow on this matter. Yeah, Lorenzo.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having this show with us. And we are glad the Liberian people are listening to us and clearly understand the differences of what we are saying. So as we have indicated throughout this interview, as of this time, the ACO Candidates Caucus, that's more than 20 of the 32 candidates, we have not made a decision on which party to support in the upcoming runoff. We will be pledging our unflinching support to a party based on consultations we're going to have. Our doors are open to our own party to call us on the table. Our doors are open to the two parties that are running, and our people in our different constituencies, the districts and counties. Rest assured, even with our consultation right now, we are in conversation with them, and they are in support of what we are doing. So we'll get to you in the soonest possible time, how long we are able to have a conclusion. And the conclusion will be based on the best interest of our constituencies and the best interest of the Liberian people. Rest assured, because that is the reason we went into these elections, and we're going to maintain that throughout. And we want everybody to remain civil. Politics is about ideology and policies, and we all want to see the best of Liberia. In the upcoming elections, we'll be coming back to you and set the direction. And you are entrusted us with your votes. We will be coming back to you to give you directions on where do we go. And rest assured, we will win whichever party we're going to support. Thank you.
Great. Definitely, I'm going to follow on this matter 100%. I'm going to follow Lorenzo, Ishmael. I'm going to follow back and forth and see whether the executive committee, the standard bearer, whosoever have reached out to you, the caucus, the ACO caucus. On the other hand, I'll also follow up as we decide what decision you'll be coming up to, whether to stick with the standard bearer to support the Unity Party, or the ACO caucus decided to support, George, we are re-election. Definitely going to follow on this one. Let's get a brief out. We'll come back. We'll bring on district number 3, Representative-elect Jacob Debbie. Well, lots of things happening in Grand Julia County. Let's get a brief out. We'll be right back on the breakfast show this morning. This one. In the midst of all country for us.
We will always find a way.
starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you. Orange. Starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily?
David Bator. This music, man. In the midst of all controversy after this election. This is the TBS 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. My name is O'Neill. So I'm warming up to bring up Representative candidate-elect from Grand Juda County, District number 3, Jacob Debbie. Jacob Warren in Grand Juda. Yeah. May I have to come all the way from Grand Juda just to make up of this interview this morning. Yes. He said, well, I remember you had an interview with me a couple of months just before campaign. And that interview, according to Jacob, that we're talking off the record, Jacob said that was his lucky interview. That's I said, you serious about it? He said, yeah. The interview you had with me was the lucky interview. Now I'm the lawmaker willing to work for my people in District 3, Grand Juda County. So I'll bring up Jacob very, very, very shortly. But these things will definitely play, trust me. Now, ACOP, I'm going to follow up on this and see whether ACOP is going to reach out with this concern caucus of ACOP, who has said, well, the caucus has said, well, as far as we are concerned, we have not come up with a decision. Politics is playing at its highest. So let's see whether Lucini Camara and the Hurricane ACOP, the guys have issues, because what I'm saying is, you have gone already to say, well, this is where my support lies. You're seeing it. The public is going to take this in this kind of way. There's a serious happening within ACOP. Because why? These folks who contested on your party ticket were all foot soldiers. In terms of, they were the one who going campaigning everywhere. In Grand Kedmount, you have Kennedy there, in Bong, in Bombing, in Nimba, in Sino, in Montserrat, in Grand Juda, and just everywhere. So they're still saying, well, how the decision came about, we're not even known of it. So in the space of, they are powerful, of course. They're very, very powerful. In case no one should tell you that the caucus, what they are called, you can even have a candidate caucus for CPP or whatsoever. They are powerful because they were the ones campaigning. They were the ones interacting. They were the ones selling their agenda. Paul asks, which party ticket are you from? You say, oh, yes, I'm from ACO, I'm from CPP, I'm from the CDC, I'm from the Unity Party. They're very important. Very, very, very much important. So they have an issue. They have an issue. And don't let it play on deaf ears. Otherwise, like I said, well, ACO caucus give that support to George Weah, Alfonso 12 people, and the New Republic carrying the color headline. Then on the other side, the Senate Bureau of ACO gives support to Unity Party. Like, whoa. Then the Silent Voter Association. Yeah, my own association there. I own a side. We ask which party I'm from. I'm from the Silent Voters Association. Silent Voters Association. That's a very good website. Silent Voter Association. These are very dangerous people in elections. You don't see, they don't wear party's t-shirt. They don't come at your party's headquarters. You won't see them, but they go and vote. Well, yeah. So with this kind of thing happening within Akko Brazil, it's dead upon arrival. The Senate Bureau on the side, then all the full suit, all those who contested, how come everybody just signed one resolution? It's a serious thing. And Akko begin, there could be a round table. There could be a way out. They had issues, so address it. Anyway, folks, this is the Breakfast Show 96.1, the Heart and Soul of Liberia. Good morning to all of you viewing us on Facebook. Those of you listening up in Ganta, hearing that I got a serious fan base in Saclay, yeah, Sipper and the rest of the guys. Good morning to all of you. Jacob Debbie, kid number 3, Grand Judah County is our guest here on the last segment on the True Breakfast Show 96.1 in the midst of all country affairs. The National Elections Commission today, we have a press briefing at 4:30 this afternoon. But what I can say, there are some issues, there are some cases still going through the legal team. NEC is still having some hearing cases going on with the legal teams. Don't be surprised if you hear in some districts if there will be a recount of the ballot paper or there will be a rerun. There are legal teams still acting some legal issues. If I make mention of Maryland County District number 2, there are some leak audios that have been released out. NEC is going through that. Gobble Kagon in District 4, Nima County is also coming of recount of the ballot paper and so forth. But again, before I link up with Jacob, you get Jacob on the camera quickly. Let it go and you didn't see the sun. Yeah, on camera. But again, the Silent Voter Association. I'm part of the Silent Voter Association. We're very powerful. www.silentvoter.association. That's a very good website. Try and download it. You enjoy that website. Just watching, just seeing how you're playing. Play it well. Great. Let's move on to Jacob Debbie. Representative elect. District number 3. Grand Judah. Jacob, good morning to you.
Good morning to those listening to us via radio and those looking at the Facebook page. I want to say thank you and good morning to all of you.
How's the district? How's District 3 Grand Judah County?
Oh, the district is in a celebration now. They are all celebrating. The district is joyous. The district is relieved. The district is happy. The district is just fabulous.
We're celebrating your victory?
Yes, the district is celebrating my victory across the district. Yes, so the district is good, and they want me to come back. The district wants me to be there now as we speak. Yeah.
So I have to force you to come out, and you said to me, "Well, it will take. Let's do it next week." I said, "No, Honorable Debbie, you have to do this interview today. You'll be announced." So, yes, let's go back. How was the process? I remember you contested once. You said to me, "Well, I'm going to give her a try again, and this time around, it plays in your favor."
Oh yes, I contested 2017, and I was able to see my missteps. So whenever you attempt a process and you are not successful, you have to reevaluate why you were not successful. If you want to be successful now, then you have to reevaluate. If you just went there to play, then you have to let it go. But I looked at the details, why I did not succeed in the first round, in the first attempt. So I worked on those details. I worked as of 2018. Why others were playing, I was working because I knew that there were going to come a time when we would go to the pools and then I want to be victorious. So I had to start working earlier, which I did. So that I began my work as early as 2018, reevaluated why I didn't win 2017. And then I started working on those details. And now I was able to get the overwhelming support.
You could contest as an independent candidate, right?
No, I contested on the party ticket, Liberia National Union, Lino.
Okay, Lino. Okay, Dr. Clarence Bonumba. How do Grangians vote? Let me go back to this. Let's start with District 1, District 2. How do Grangians vote? Because Lino have a representative that will go into the Capitol building. Jacob Debbie is from Lino. How do Grangians vote? What do they look for in terms of votes?
Oh, Grangians look for commitment. They look for the legacy. They look for who you are. What have you done? So Grangians specifically or generally They vote based on what you have been able to do, who you are as a person. They don't vote on party lines. They vote on the individual attributes, the individual character, the individual's contribution to the community. So they look for someone who has been a community developer, someone who has been able to reach out and be able to identify, someone who knows them as a community, so that how the Grenadians vote.
Great. So I'm getting comment back and forth. I'm seeing a lot of comments. Congratulations, Jigo Devi, all of the viewers, chat rooms, and thing. Let's go. I hope you didn't make a lot of promises or tell the people say, well, if you elect me as lawmaker, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. At the end of the time, now you see, people start to have problem with you.
No, oh no, oh no.
What actually convinced them? I said, well, let us throw our vote and give it out. This part, he's on a party that is not branded like the other political party, like the CDC or the United Party. He's from Linum. Let's give this man our vote.
Again, our people are so magnanimous. The people are so good. They know why. I just said it. As of 2018, I have been working with them. I have spoken on almost all the graduation programs in Bazon district, in my district. I am supporting over 600 students in school. I built a clinic in one of the remotest part of our district. I have constructed public latrine. I have rehabilitated wells, bridges, and just I was able to get a water pump with a reservoir powered by solar energy to supply one of those communities that when it is dry, the women get up as early as 4 a.m. just to queue and get water for themselves. We're able to relieve them of that. So we have been able to pay volunteer teachers since 2018 up to now. We have 4 of them. We have volunteer health workers that we are paying since 2018 up to now. So those are some of the things that the people saw and said, if this man can do this without this position, without this title, without all the monies that will come as a lawmaker, it means that he will do more. Our people have a parable that says the child who will be able to fight and kill Japanese, you have to look at his hand. So it literally says that a man who will be able to help his people, you have to look at what he has started to do.
So like parable to you there. Okay.
So every time you go there, those are things to say. That's the parable they give you. Is that without the position, you were able to give.
Do Green Junior ask you, what have you done? And say, well, I'm contesting. You receive this kind of questions, so let's see some of your hand back. What have you done?
They always ask, what have you done? So the elections were not about people. Few of my guys, were 15 in the elections. Some of my guys were coming with the kind of cheap politics that the incumbent is a Bible man. He's from my section. And so they shouldn't elect me because it will look.
Go Bible man will go Bible man. Okay.
Said it, but how people said, all of you are saying these things. What have you done? So then they start to outline what I have done. Every child in Bason district has a dozen of copy books with my picture on it. A child in the district immediately enter Bason district. When you enter the classrooms, the copy books you will see with those children, those are copy books that are donated with my pictures on them. Many of them in the school are students on my scholarship. Many of the volunteer teachers are those that I pay.
You mean you're paying volunteer teachers? Okay.
Pay their stipend.
You get a stipend. Okay.
Government pays big money, but and they are not on government payroll, so we have to give them something to keep them in school and keep them at work. We were able to build a public latrine in one of our biggest cities. Immediately into Granger, the first big town is our city called Town or Tool City. We were able to build a public latrine. I was able to supply computer laptops to 2 of our high schools and one of the junior high schools. Supply computer laptop to the radio station, the only radio station in our district, Peace Radio. So I have been able to do a lot of things that none of them were able to do. So every time I went to campaign, I told them these are things I have done. So I told them,
You leave the person out of it. You leave me out of it. But you look at what we have been able to do. Let's look at the issues. The only way our county, our district will move forward is when you are able to look at the issue of the people. What have you done for them? What will you be able to do for them? It's not about promise that he let me and I will do these things, but it should be about what you have done. And because of what I have done, there was no polling center in my district. Out of 82 of them, there was none that I had zero.
You have votes everywhere.
Votes everywhere.
Okay.
It's 10, 5 or more. But I have votes all across. There were other communities I did not reach deliberately. But my name and what my works that I have done were able to help me get votes in the communities. And they keep calling me, Mama, you have to come. Even after the election, before you forced me to come back to Monrovia. All along the way, they were asking me to spend a night with them. From Sledtown to Bartown, they were asking me, can you pass the night? Why are you not stopping here? Why are you not stopping? Some of them deliberately will get on the road and black men and say, I will not pass. You're not going, you will not go until you come down and speak to us. So that's the kind of enthusiasm they have. That's the kind of anxiety they have. That's the kind of joy they have after the elections. So I will make sure that I'm going back on Monday of next week. I'm speaking, I'm serving as a guest speaker on one of the high school graduation programs. And I will be able to reach out to other communities that I was not able to reach after the elections. So then because we are able to do a lot of things, so we were elected overwhelmingly.
Okay, great. So let me go back with you. I've been knowing you for a very long time now. Both of us, I share, the classroom professional together. What was your main agenda? Let's just say in District 3, look, if you vote me as your representative, this is what I'm going to do.
I have 6 different things that I talk about. I talk about education, I talk about healthcare, I talk about agriculture, I talk about youth empowerment and everything. But we were strategic. We were able, because the resources are limited, so we have to be able to stand out in few areas. So in the education, as I said, I was able to get involved, speaking, providing stationaries, providing scholarship, providing stipends for teachers. And in the healthcare, I was able to renovate. I was able to re-electrify one of our clinics that running 24 hours service for our people. I was able to re-electrify. It cost me close to 3,000 United States dollars to re-electrify the clinic. And I was able to help transport or assorted medical supplies to 2 of our clinics, one in Zaytown and one in Sledtown. Were able to do those things. So we were, and then the youth in the district, I was able to organize, support, sponsor single-handedly over 16 different leagues. 16 different leagues. One of the biggest leagues in the district, that is in BA, I was able to single-handedly 2 different times sponsor that league single-handedly 2 different times. So I supply over 100 sets of jerseys in that district since 2018 to present. 100 sets, over 100 sets of jerseys. So I was strategic because I knew that I don't have all the leverage, I don't have all the blessing, all the resources. So I have to be able to.
You promised them that you're going to make mammons fall from heaven down to them. Did you promise them that?
Told them that we're going to work together. In fact, up to now, my promise to them is that all of us will work together. Even those who contested and they didn't win, some of them have reached out to me, and I said, we will work together. I'm planning a district retreat early, maybe the latter part of February. We're going to have a district retreat where everybody will come together and draw out our development agenda so that we can be able to work based on what all of us agree on. So my representation is an inclusive one. I want everyone to have a say in the governance of our district. I want everyone to have a stake, and make sure that when we do right, we do it as a team. When we do wrong, we do it as a team. I want every one of us to come back and make sure that our district becomes second to none. So another thing we have been able to promise is that when we work together, we'll ensure that our elementary schools, the government schools, will be supported, and students in our elementary school will be, their fees will be paid. That one thing that I was able to do outright. I promised them that, but we'll do it as a team. How will we do it? We'll have a committee on education, and every citizen from Boston District will contribute to this endowment fund There's endowment fund for education. Every citizen, whether you come from Boston District, you come, I mean, and whether you come from Boston District or you are my friend, like for you, O'Neill, you will be able to contribute at least every month $10. It will be our contribution. Every citizen from Boston District will contribute at least $10 US to that fund. And there will be two reasons. One will go for education and another will go for health. We want to have a medicine in our clinics. We want to ensure that we have these equipments that our people can go and do their X-ray. They will be able to do their ultrasound. They will be able to do every little things. CT scan. We want to have these kind of equipments in our hospital, in our clinics. We want to promote or upgrade one of our clinics to a medical health center where our people will not be able to go to Tapeta or go to Zwedu for medical purposes. They will remain in our district, and our schools, the government schools, will ensure that they are funded. Our brothers and sisters in the diaspora have these kinds of engagement. They are constructing one of the buildings, the school building in total, and knowing that they have this heart to give back, we want to engage them constructively so that they move from just the construction part to the supply, for us to be able to supply and maintain the students in school with the teachers, with the requisite supply that we need, stationery and things, so that the schools can become second to none. That the students can go to school and see that they have libraries, they have laboratories, they have computer labs in those high school. We want to run back to 3 high schools. Right now we have the 2 high schools.
Two high school in the district. Okay.
One were relegated because of lack of instructors. So now we are engaging our friends and colleagues in around this country who are science instructors to move to our district, and we'll be able to give another incentive to what the government is giving, so that we can move that school back to high school. It's my alma mater. That what I started as an elementary student. So we want to make sure that school goes back to high school and give them those teachers those teaching physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics. We'll try to give them incentive from the office of the representative so that school can go back to high school. It's one of the biggest communities. So they have close to 30 towns. And just imagine, no high school is a very sick.
What about health structure? In terms, some people are sick, the pregnant women, and all of that.
I just said it. I said we'll have.
I mean, the current condition now.
The people have to move to Tapeta or move to Zwedu. Just imagine, only starting 2021, I was coming from Sirleaf between Seneway and Dwaytown in the mud. A pregnant woman gave birth in the mud. They were taking her to Zwedu, and in the process, she gave birth in the mud. But we have Town. Town has a clinic. We have Dwaytown. It does have a clinic. Sirleaf has.
Having a clinic is one thing, but what makes the clinic to work? The medication and the nurses.
So that's what we want to make sure that our clinics have the people. And it will interest you. I have many students that I'm supporting. Some of them in the health sciences. Some of them they are in a teacher college. So we want to move them back to the district. I just told you that I constructed one clinic in one of the remotest part of the district. And before coming, I spoke with the DHO, and she said, yes, we'll have to get the clinic on our, in fact, they call it holding center, because it has not been able to move. It does not. Maybe they have the criteria. It's a 4-bedrooms house, and it left with the health practitioners and the health experts to know whether it qualifies for clinic. But she qualified it. She termed it at that time a holding center, and so I will keep it at that. But we were able to construct that. The idea, the reason behind it is that we want to give that sector very much some of our attention, so that we have a healthy community. What I have seen, I worked with the people. I'm in our district almost every month, almost every week. So I know what happens. So we want to make sure that our district is healthy, and we'll ensure that we'll work with partners. I have a couple of friends who are willing to help us. We will work with our partners and make sure on a periodic basis to have people coming from abroad, providing free medical services for our people while they are training the health practitioners, the health workers, making sure that they are on top of their game and we'll make sure that we supply, we'll find medicine, we'll find the little equipments so that our people can have access to medical supplies and medical needs.
Great.
So that our people have a very good representative.
Great. So let me take you back to this. During the campaign period, how do Grandchildren go about the politics? I mean, there are some areas we have some violence in some county. There are clashes and all of that. How is it about in Grandchildren?
Oh, Grandchildren was peaceful. We were able to preach there's non-violence.
You mean other candidates were doing so?
Not many candidates campaign, but I campaigned vigorously.
Oh, not many candidates. Why? Why?
Because I think they didn't know the terrain. Many of them
you didn't know the terrain, okay?
Didn't know the terrain, so they had to have another campaign. And maybe too, they knew that they were not going to win, so there was no need to put a lot of efforts into it. So we campaigned vigorously. I did 2 radio appearances, both Zredru and in my district, and I went to look in corners of our places, spoke with the young people, and told them that there will be time. The elections are just for time. They are event, and right after those events, we'll go back to our normal lives. So there's no reason why we have to fight one another. We have to coexist. We have to understand. We have to diversify our views and what we think. These are democratic processes. They require you taking sides. But then right after those elections, we go back to our normal lives, and we are brothers and sisters. So it will interest you. Some of my own relatives were on the other side, and I said, "Oh, when your own people are on the other side, what do you think?" I said, "Leave them alone. Those that are entitlement, let them campaign for whosoever they want to campaign for. Right after the elections, we'll all go back together as brothers and sisters." So yes, Grandchildren was relatively peaceful. We coexisted. Many of my opponents and myself had a good time. We met, we spoke. I called them. We talked about elections, and so at one point when we went to the debate. One of the candidates and myself were talking, and the guys who conducted the debate said, "Oh, this is good. Imagine the candidates are hawking, so it means that you who are supporting him or supporting them need to be friendly. You need to understand that these elections are just about the issues and not about people. You forget about the violence."
You have a serious connection with your people. I want to ask you a question. You connect with them very well. I mean, 2017 up to present. At some point in time, Jacob Debbie was doing his masters. You have to leave and go back to back with your people who say, "But is that something easy?" Yes. Let me just take you to this one. Yeah. In terms of the bigger one, your political party, your Senate Bureau, Dr. Clarence Monobar, was not successful to make it up to the runoff. What are your people saying? Two top political parties again into the runoff: the Congress for Democratic Change and the Unity Party. What are you hearing? I guess you have not made your decision yet. Yes, okay, not yet. What are you hearing meanwhile?
First of all, I want to thank my Senate Bureau, Dr. Clarence Monobar. Thanks for the support. I took him to Grandchildren. We campaigned. He was able to spend a night in Tucson. He spent a night in my town, in Sirleaf, and
he got votes from there. He got the votes from there.
Got votes from there. I voted him. I campaigned for him.
You alone? I mean, those who voted you are Slovak. You are giving Clarence similar numbers, man.
Some of the problem is that I just told you, our people don't vote on party lines. They vote based.
What's your difficult candidate to bring? Or the people George we have been or Park have been or into that years or what?
The candidates have to. I was having issue bringing my own political leader. I had issue because
they say he is new. He's young. He still have future ahead of him.
And then we didn't get that engagement. We didn't do a lot of engagement in the district.
But you got a few numbers from
there. He did. What about politics is that politics is about their continuous engagement, their continuous movement back and forth of the people. Liberia politics has changed. It's not just about the funds, the money that you put in. It's about your familiarity, your familiarity with the people, how familiar you are with them, how good you are with them, what they know about you. So I am a party discipline institutional person. So I'm waiting on my political party to make a decision.
So back to it. I guess you're waiting for your political party to make a decision. What are you hearing? Grandchildren, in this runoff, are you hearing? I know you're getting some eavesdrop. What are they saying? George Weah, Joseph Boycott, George Weah.
I want to tell you, Granger is one county that is very committed, one county that is intelligent when it comes to who the one or who is their person. Granger has never hidden their feelings when it comes to that part. Granger and Grangerians, many of them have gone the way of CDC. And it will interest you. Many persons say, why Granger always voting CDC? Other communities have not engaged Granger has the way they sedition.
You mean they don't campaign there or what?
No, this election is quite unfortunate that the United Party the Standard Bearer did not vote in Granger.
Okay.
But
what about the VSB, the vice Standard Bearer?
I think he went there. I heard he went there. But the problem is that when you want to be a leader for a country, you have to go across. You have to cut across. You have to make sure that your person is felt, regardless of the situation, regardless of what you think, or regardless of who you think you are. You have to reach out to the people. I got elected not because my name is Jacob, or not because I come from the bigger town, one of the biggest towns. I got elected. I just told you 82 polling places, and I never got zero. Why? Because I worked hard. So I earned it. For you to be elected, you have to earn it. For you to get elected in this country, as a president, as a senator, as a representative, you have to earn it. You have to work. And so if you sit and you think, okay, because I am this person, I will get elected, you are lying. This country and this election, nobody going to elect you because of who you are. The parties got to get involved. The foot soldiers, they need to get involved. CDC got involved in Granger. Almost, one of the things that CDC did smartly, they went for the voices.
Mm-hmm.
Went out for those who are the
give me the familiar voices in the county. Okay.
Those who are leading the young people, they went for them.
So someone could be looking for you. You're still a bearer. Dr. Monobai is not in the runoff. So you're a familiar voice in District 3. So in order to get one vote from District 3, we have you receive calls from the CDC to help boost up the number, or you get the call from Unity Party to get some vote from the Granger.
I have not gotten a call yet, but trust me, in these runoff elections, I am a very serious stakeholder. I have 23,505 electorates.
23,000.
3,505 electorates. I am a serious voice. As we speak, there are calls from back in my district. We voted you for the representative. We voted, the presidency by ourselves. Now you tell us, we are looking up to you. You are our light. We are looking up to you. Where can we go? Who do we vote for? And I'm telling you, this election, the runoff elections, for you to win Bason District, you must win us over.
For them to win your district, Bason
District.
Bason.
Bason
District. Is that correct?
Bason.
Bason.
Barzon. Bason.
You speak the vernacular. Look at it. Okay. So say to your people that your lawmaker is on the show with you this morning.
Okay. Montalo, Mon Jacob, did mon for winning. Mon represented in your radio station. Aji Deblan ta kaya fuenu ne enwa fuemaji the place we emasla monola nyo o pam place nu ni ablie mo komo yinweji aiwuru de mo manu ni ablie de mo manu no ablie nyo we ayebla yejugo point jugo na jiga amwa bide wiki amanji moneti amunde ye point semo we won then afuena de amu kaitio amfwe moken mo manjie so po mojie de mo mambla ami won we mo weji.
Okay, I am my knees anyway. Let's go ahead.
No true FM.
Okay, it's okay. Okay. Great. So imagine you for Granger that county, you want to contest and you can speak the dialect. Does that have some effect with you contesting? Well, he's from ours, he's one of ours, but he can speak the local vernacular.
It has a serious impact. Grand Jide, my district is one of the traditions.
How do you campaign? You campaign by speaking English, or you go through the dialect?
You do both. You do both. You speak your dialect. You speak our dialect. You speak English, depending, because we have some travelers. We have some travelers in the district. So the district has different components. Whenever you meet, there are travelers. They are youth. They are the traditional people. They are the women. They are the elders. And so whenever you are in a group that has the various sectors, they have to speak English. Then someone translates. But when you meet a group that is just 100% crown, they have to speak the dialect. That's how we campaign. I was saying, Oni, this is serious. This is serious. I the election, this second round, nobody going to get it on a silver platter. Not because you are a CDC or not because you are a United Party. For you to get this second round and get our people to vote you, especially people in my district, I was elected not because I have helped them, or I was elected because they trust that I will help them. I was elected because they know that I will be a very good representation. I will make a very good representation for them. I will be able to help them with right decisions. So that's why they elected me. So in the second round, I have to start the representation. I have to start the lobbying. I have to start the oversight. So I'm going to, anyone who's going to call me, there are things that we'll put forward, and they have to come clear with them. And those things, if they want us to go through and campaign for them, we have to do a memorandum of understanding. Nobody's going to tell.
We're gonna understand it. Something should be done for your district.
My people have to benefit. My people need to know why you want to be president. It's not, I have worked in government for this time, or I am the incumbent, I am the wooden establishment.
You're talking to the both of them now. Okay.
I'm going to.
You busted off your 23,000 eligible voters.
I am doing that because those persons. Let me tell you something. Right after the elections, when our people completed the voting processes, on Wednesday morning, people gathered in the square. They were going. Some of them, because many of them came from Monrovia, and they have to come back. I went out and spoke to them. I said, "Thank you for coming into the mosque. You know the rules are bad. The unfortunate thing is that the rules were not rehabilitated. The rules were not paved until the president was going. Then when they started to put crush rocks and things in the hole, now that he's not there, the rules are bad again. So we have to tell them, thank you for coming through the mud. You have a lot of challenges coming to vote, but know that we will always be with you. We love you. Keep coming, and there will be a run of elections. And when the run of elections come, we'll come to you. But we want to tell you, thank you for coming. Our people suffer. So for them to go back to get the president elected, there must be some commitment to them. Keep going through barrels, keep going. This is a country. You don't need to put asphalt. You don't need to put quota on the road for the people to be able to plow the road.
Yeah, lawmaker, you're less speaking now.
We need to have the road be rehabilitated every now and then, recondition it so that the people can have access.
Is that how you're going to be speaking for your people for the next 6 years?
I'm telling you, only you know me very well. We have been friends for over a decade now. You know what I stand for. When I served as dean of students at Monrovia College, you saw how we transformed Monrovia College. There were, after recess, by the time you look, students are no more in school, and we stood our grounds. And as of next week, no student will go out of the campus for recess, and we stood our grounds. Monrovia College had we're able to build eating, we're able to build single-handedly, we're able to raise funds to build a cafeteria for them. So we will make sure that that kind of leadership, that kind of energy, that kind of love for our country is, gravitated. It moved to the House of Senate, representatives, so that we can be able to make a representation. We will build a constituent. Our brothers and sisters will know that what we are doing it for them. For me, it's not about election 2029. It's about the works now. When we do our best now and make a very good representation now, 2029 will be a story. It will just be a walk in the park.
Okay, great. So Lloyd Fale says, I'm listening in Grand Jide County. Good morning to our district representative, elect Chico C. Debbie. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to you. So you see anywhere you go in and your people then follow you.
Oh yeah, I just told you I have not just the people in my district, but the young people in Grange. They are looking up to me now.
Let's put it this way now. Maybe the Congress for Democratic Change or that are from the Unity Party who said, Debbie, a very young, energetic man, apart from District 3, can you cut across in District 2, District 1, and get some votes for us?
Just said it. Lloyd is from Zwedru, and Washington is also
You know Law. Okay.
Lloyd
Okay.
Father. He always hosts me on the radio.
Okay.
He runs Voice of Jide, and the other guy Uriah Louis also there. So many of them. So my thing has not been just in District 3. I just started getting involved with other things in District 1. My representation will not be limited to District 3. My representation will cut across. I spoke to the people. We want to make sure that the community college that in District 1 is our college, is the biggest institution in our county. We will make sure that we get involved. And so many persons across the county, they know that we can be able to help them. So they are relying on us, they are believing in us. So when we go back to the district and speak to them, we'll go back into the county and speak to them. We will be speaking to them based on our conviction, based on what we think is best for them. Our people need direction. And that's the reason, that one of the reasons why we got involved. We want to provide leadership for our county. And to provide leadership for our county, we don't have to restrict ourselves to the district. We have to go across. So good thing is that the two other representatives that were elected are my older people. One of them is my former
Okay, District 1 and 2.
District 1 and 2. One of them is my former teacher and principal. Honorable E. Madison William was my principal, high school principal and teacher. Honorable Mary Johnson. I haven't seen her before, but we spoke before. We spoke twice. And from our conversation, I'm sure she's willing to work. And because I'm the youngest among them, they will be able to listen to me, and I'll be able to move their things so that I can be able to have a very good county. And our caucus will be one of the best. Our leadership will be one of the best because of the relationship that after I get it. I spoke with, I was able to meet with the senator-elect, Honorable Nimlin. He was one of the first person to call me 2017 when I was defeated before the Christmas. He called and said, "Oh, Honorable Jacob, I don't know you, but I followed your campaign messages. I know how intelligent you are." And so when he got elected, I reached out to him. We spoke. I shook his hand, and I'm sure we'll have a very good working relationship. Also, Honorable Zoe Emmanuel Peno, we met in Dwiggy Town, and he was so generous. We spoke, and in fact, he had reached out to me to congratulate me. So after everything, we will meet as caucus, we will meet as people of our county, and we'll be able to, profit the best decision for our county. But for now, as I said, the runoff elections are next door.
Where are you heading? Where are you heading? Where are you heading? Jacob David, where are you heading?
I'm not heading anywhere yet. I'm waiting on my party to tell me where they are heading. And just in case they can't.
But you're waiting on your standard bearer. Okay. So in case your standard bearer say that Dr. Monuba said, well, I'm not going to take side, but you can decide so which do you want to support.
So when he says that, then it's left with me and left with those who come to negotiate. I have one of my degrees, my master's in procurement. As you know, we all graduated. O'Neill, we graduated the last time. You are a master student.
I don't love to say this.
Master holder, yeah. So one of my thought is that I did procurement. Procurement has a lot of negotiation. It involves negotiation, looking for the best offer, for the best for the interest of the people. So I will be able to negotiate. I will be able to look at the offers that will be put on the table and see which one actually weighed on the people's side. I'm not thinking of myself. The people are my concern. How can they benefit? How are they factored in their plans? Those are things I'm going to be looking for. And my doors are open. My phones are open. Many of them know my numbers. They will call when they want me. When they don't want me, we'll sit down and wait and look at them. But our people will not be taken for a ride. Our people will not vote because of the parties. Our people will vote this time because of what they can get, what they will benefit from the national cake. That's what our people will vote for.
Okay, Jacob Debbie right here reminding me. I'd love to talk about it. Yeah, so as we close up in 2-3 minutes, we gotta go. and you have to go back to the county and tell people thank you, like you have been. I had to force out the county yesterday, and you've been away successfully. So as you close up, we look forward to you announcing as a wish of the political party you're going to support in this runoff. 23,000. I mean, registrants from your district. I mean, it's a huge number.
Yeah, yes, I'm seeing some comments on it. One from Lloyd, one from Good Morning to TBS. I'm watching from. Okay, another guy, one Emmanuel Bono said they rescue team Emmanuel Bono. He said
You got your the comment? Yeah. The man is appealing to you to join. Yeah. And he just supporter. He's not a hurricane.
yeah. So I just said it. I was open. I said I'm not way one side yet. I have to understand what they have. And I want to thank you so much, O'Neill, for the time.
So what does you have to make this clear in terms to benefit your district? Yeah, let Liberian people understand what they have. What does have package? What will benefit your district, right? Okay.
I said I'm not going to support any party. I'm not going to support a party that I don't understand what they have. Has a package for my district, has a package for my county, and has a package for this nation. We need to understand clearly. It's not business as usual. So we want to understand what do they have, why they want to be president. We want to know because the CDC is the equipment, is the ruling party. What have they done now that they want us to give them another time? The other guys who've been in government before, what they didn't do right, they want to do now. And how they want to do it.
Okay.
Those are things we need to understand.
Critical thinker.
Yeah. So we need to understand that. Yeah. So I am open. Thank you for the invite. Thank you for the time. For those of you who listen, for those of you who follow via Facebook, for those of you who listen via the radio, I want to tell you thank you. We will continue to engage. The media will continue to engage our people and know that our offices will be open. We are people who want to hear you so that when we're making decisions, every decision we make there not for Grange, that will be for the country. There are a lot of things that are not going right in this country. And to arrest them, we have to start them from the House of Representatives. So only you can do that. Engage us, speak to us, and O'Neill always know that I will always be available to appear on your radio show every night and then.
Great. The voice of Jacob C. Debbie closing us up on the Tuesday edition of the Truth Breakfast Show. They talk. And we all get set to vote very soon. Thank you so much. Thanks to the Silent Voters Association. The Silent Voters Association. The website, www.Silent Voters Association. These are the most powerful people in election. The silent voters don't identify with no political parties. You don't see them wearing your t-shirt. You don't see them going to your campaign trails and all of that. But on election day, they go and vote. Thank you so much. We'll be back on tomorrow. Same time at 7:30 in the midst of all Liberia first, Liberia second, Liberia last. On behalf of the entire team, Ato Bola, been on camera, Ansu Sirleaf, my co-host. My name is Oni Roberts. In the midst of all, country first. Have a blessed day, boy.